So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about five very interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories that I want to cover in today's video includes talk of a Resistance reboot based off a job posting, Jak and Daxter is in the news again, Ghost of Tsushima 2 gets new information, Metal Gear Solid remakes meaning more than one, and Sony's cutting edge news. First, let me know if you'd buy a new Resistance game on PlayStation 5. I'm curious to see if love for the franchise is still there or not. I loved Resistance in the PlayStation 3 days, and I also enjoyed the Vita and PSP games, and if they brought back the Resistance franchise, I'd buy that in a heartbeat, but of course that's just me. So comment below if you'd buy a new Resistance game on PlayStation 5 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the MGS remake. So this story also includes the long rumored Silent Hill, so we'll talk about both in this part of the video. In terms of Metal Gear Solid, it's been rumored for a while that Metal Gear Solid 1 is getting remade by Bluepoint Games for the PlayStation 5. We haven't really gotten many updates on this in a while, but not too long ago we covered a job posting at Bluepoint Games that clearly points to them working on another remake, which could very well be the Metal Gear Solid remake, but a new rumor points to multiple remakes being in the works. This rumor comes from leaker Catharsis T over on Reset Era, who was replying to a Reset Era user who was asking about what the latest was on Silent Hill for the PlayStation 5 and the MGS remake rumors, and Catharsis replied with, "Hi, several MGS remakes. Silent Hill is still in development, but the studio has changed and I don't want to disclose the name of the new one for personal reasons." So several MGS remakes, that part, let's go through that first. So I could believe Bluepoint is making several remakes. They were able to work on both Shadow of the Colossus and Demon Souls at the same time. These remakes would also be a part of the same franchise, so it might be easier to remake several of them together at once. And in terms of Silent Hill PlayStation 5, that's not a surprise that a new studio is working on it, since Japan studio, the people who were rumored to be working on it are now basically gone, so another studio taking the helm is understandable. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Ghost of Tsushima 2. To keep this story short, Sucker Punch, the people behind the game Ghost of Tsushima, have a new job posting out for a multiplayer/network programmer with the description, "Our talented multiplayer designers create awesome game team experiences, and you'll be pivotal in bringing that creativity to life in a spectacular multiplayer game. We are looking for the whole package, someone with the necessary skills to investigate, define, implement, and deploy networking features that support a smooth and engaging cooperative gameplay experience." So I personally loved the Legends mode on Ghost of Tsushima and put in well over 100 hours into that game, so I would love more Legends for sure. And to me, this sounds like something for the sequel. Sucker Punch sees what a success Legends has been and is probably going bigger for the sequel, or of course this could just be for the current Legends mode, but really we haven't heard anything big or new in months for that mode, so it would make more sense that this is something for the sequel and that they're focused on the sequel right now, but those are my personal thoughts. Now, diving into the third story of the video, Jak and Daxter PlayStation 5. So this story kind of hurt me. I saw Jak back in the news again to just be shot directly in my heart, but I already knew the circumstances for this franchise, for this game, so it wasn't as bad. The basic gist of the story here is that recently, speaking at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Game Makers Notebook series, that was long to say, but Evan Wells, who's the co-president at Naughty Dog, acknowledged the love people have for the Jak and Daxter franchise and how people ask for a new one all the time, but he replied to this by saying, "I hate to break it to them, but we do not have a Jak and Daxter here in development right now, but we still love the characters, and I see what you guys at Insomniac are doing with Ratchet, and that makes me wish that we did, and we would have one in development because there's still a lot of love for Jak and Daxter in the studio." So it's nice to hear them acknowledge it at least, and honestly, I get the business side of a Last of Us remake, but I'd personally take a Jak and Daxter franchise remake over that that, but that's just my opinion. But you guys let me know if you'd rather want a Jak and Daxter remake or a Last of Us remake. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the fourth story of the video, Resistance PlayStation 5. So this story is simple. People have been referencing Jason Hickey, who's an art director at Insomniac Games. People have been looking at his LinkedIn bio where it states acting art director on an unannounced project at Insomniac Games. So this is definitely exciting to read. It doesn't reference new IP, so it could be Resistance, but to burst everyone's hype, including my own, this bio is just old. If you look at his experience section, the art director position is for Spider-Man Miles Morales. You can verify this by going to the second point on his experience, which is lead environment artist on Spider-Man PS4, and if you go back to the bio, it states that there as well. He's just posting the highlights of his experience on his bio and just hasn't updated it recently for Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's really it, but at the same time, Insomniac Games is probably working on an unannounced game outside of Spider-Man 2 with Ratchet & Clank set to release in about 2 months. This LinkedIn bio profile, however, just doesn't verify that. Now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 cutting edge news. This is in regards to the recent $200 million investment into Epic Games from Sony, which I'm sure most have heard about by now, but people aren't really discussing the benefits, and we'll do that here. In terms of what Sony said about the investment, Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida said, Epic continues to deliver revolutionary experiences through their array of cutting edge technologies that support creators in gaming and across the digital entertainment industry. We are excited to strengthen our collaboration to bring new entertainment experiences to people around the world. I strongly believe that this aligns with our purpose to fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology. So this lands as the second investment into Epic Games by Sony. In terms of the benefits, and we talked about this before, Unreal Engine. While Unreal is definitely a multi-platform engine, it's clearly being optimized for the PlayStation 5. Last year, Epic showed off Unreal Engine 5 with the PlayStation 5. They also rewrote some parts of their engine, the Unreal Engine, in terms of I/O because of the PlayStation 5. And most recently, Epic Games bought Rad Game Tools that as we know, built PS5's Kraken compression that allows it to transfer data at a max of about 17 point something gigabytes per second. Now, of course, these benefits will probably help other platforms as well, since Unreal is a multi-platform engine, but my personal thought here is, will it benefit the PlayStation 5 the most? Something like Kraken isn't on the Switch or Xbox, so when used with an Unreal Engine game, it'll probably benefit the PlayStation 5 the most. Epic is also not only about games, but movies and entertainment as well, which you see Sony pushing for with their recent TV and show announcements for PlayStation IPs. I personally wouldn't be surprised if those movies and shows used Unreal for CGI. Sony and Epic look to have a bright future together, so I'm excited to see what comes from it. But you guys let me know if you're excited to see Unreal Engine 5 games on PlayStation 5 finally or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with cutting edge is the way. Obviously, this is in reference to the Epic Games news we just talked about, but also this is in reference to The Mandalorian, which, by the way, used Unreal Engine for the show as well. So this is a nice little combination we have here. But if you're excited to see the future of PlayStation and Epic Games and what they do together, destroy the comment section with cutting edge is the way. And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.